Okay, so sorry for what happened in our last class, the network glitch and all that. So we're talking about how to get a domain name and hosting space, then DNS and all of that, and also cPanel. So as a web designer just starting up, you have to know where and how to get a domain name and hosting space. And also your first job is to also compare different different prices. Because most times clients might not pay you the real amount you actually want. So you have to learn how to move around the markets. Yes, that is the right word. You know different hosting provider and domain provider, move around them and see what they offer. Most times, too cheap might not be good, and too expensive also might not be good. So you just have to know how to balance stuff and all that. So I'm also here to show you how to balance things. So these are top 10 hosting space. So it's not compulsory that these are actually the top 10, but these are just list of domain and hosting space provider. We have GoDaddy, we have Bluehost, we have HostGator, we have Hostinger, Web.com, Squarespace, ASO, and my favorite is not yet though. My favorite is not yet. I mainly used I have used Bluehost, I have used GoDaddy, I have used Namecheap, I've used Google Host. Now the main reason I use Google Host is that if you are buying a domain name that has .com.ng, you won't get it with any of this provider. If you are buying domain name that starts with anything ng means Nigeria. So we have the domain name and we have extension. What are domain names? Let me just quickly give you examples of domain name. Facebook is a domain. Then the extension is .com. So facebook.com is an extension. The journey begins.com.ng is a domain name, right? So this top 10.com is also a domain, right? So .com is an extension. So we have different extensions. We have .info, .org, so many extensions, .store and all that. So let me quickly take you down to Namecheap. So this is Namecheap. Just type namecheap.com. Then we'll also compare with Google Host. So those of you that are just starting, I want to buy through Google Host because Google Host offer cheap domain if you are going with .com.ng, right? I wanted to use while starting up, I wanted to buy .com with my home domain name, but I found out that it has been taken, right? So there is no, I wanted to buy the journeybegins.com, but when I find out it has been taken, someone else has gotten that domain for about, let's say, let's type it, the journeybegins.com. So once you search for it, let's see what will happen. So it's loading. So let's go to Google Host also. Oh, wow. Interesting. The journeybegins.com is available now. But look at the rates. It's coming as a premium domain. It's coming at $17,650. So any of you that have this money can actually go for it. So if you are renewing for the next year, you are renewing at the rate of $14.58. So it's actually a premium domain now. So if you want to buy it, fine, you can go ahead to buy it. But I don't have 17,650,000 blah 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 to buy. .org also is premium. So if you want to go for it, you can actually go for it. So to get your domain and hosting space, all you just need to do is to come down to Namecheap, type the name of the domain you want to buy. Under this part, you type the name of the domain. Just type, let's say peterfelis.com. Once I type peterfelis.com, let's see what will happen. I'm not sure if that is available. It's not available. So let me also use this to take you through different extensions, right? What if peterfelis.com is not available and you're telling the client, oh, Peterfelis Foundation has been registered by another client. what are we going to do? So it was registered year 2022. So what are we going to do? You can also advise your clients to go for a different extension, peterfelix.org, peterfelix.net, peterfelix.ai.gg. It all depends on what the clients want to use the website for. So we have .xyz and all that. We have different stuff you can go for. We have different extension, .monster, .beauty, .art, .k, and all that. So many domain name extensions here. .uk is there. So let's type .uk if it will accept .uk. Okay, Preface.uk is available at the rate of $6.98. Right. And it's also a special name. So if you want to buy my name, you can just for it and buy it now. So if you want to renew, you renew it at $7.48 per year. So these are all nice. These are all domain name extensions. So if you want this, all you just need to do is to go down and click on Add to Cart. But let's quickly look at the hosting space. Okay, let me talk about let's go down to let me go down to register a new domain. This is my dashboard. Let me also show you, let's type peterfelix.com.ng. So if you're going with .com.ng, you are paying about a rate of 1,000. Oh, it's now 1,003. It was formerly 1,200. Right. So if you're going with .com.ng is always cheaper. So you're paying the rate of 1,300 with Whogohost. Whogohost is a Nigerian hosting provider. Okay. So let's also go down to their hosting plans. Let's go down to the hosting plan. So let's also compare the hosting. Now, hosting is a place where you put in your pictures. Hosting is just like the room, right? Why domain name is just like the house address. So let's go down. Let's check their shared hosting. We have different kind of hosting. WordPress hosting is there. So we have shared hosting. I use one of the largest hosting space. Okay, so for this, if you are going with this particular domain, you have this particular hosting space further, you're buying at $1.98 per month. Now, for per year, you are paying $22.88 per year. If you want to renew, you have to also take note of this. If you want to renew, you are renewing at the rate of $44.88 if you want to renew. So this domain, right? This hosting space can contain 3 websites. Now, 3 websites in the sense that if you buy this hosting space and you want to build websites for 3 clients, you will only buy 1 hosting space for the 3 clients and buy 3 domains. Then 1 domain will be the main domain. Then the other 2 domain will be the add-on domain. I'm going to explain how to add domain as add-on very soon. Now, this one contains about 20 gig SSD, then 30 domain-based mailboxes. Fine. So this particular one is 34.88. You are renewing at $68.88 per year. So this domain have unlimited website. You can upload as much as possible website as possible. Yes. And most times if you are building a website with clients, you have to let them know, are you buying your hosting space or you want to use my shared hosting space? I tell clients this. If you want to use my shared hosting space, you're paying lesser. But if you want to buy your own hosting space, you're paying higher. Yes. And sometimes I only charge to build while the client will come in with their domain name and hosting space. So I will get the access to domain name and hosting space. So we have all these mailboxes, unlimited domain-based mailboxes, auto backup, and all that. So this one is 5.88 to renew at 108. So at first, you are getting half of the price. So to renew is way big. Yeah, way big. So this is just that for so you can also check this for Whogohost. Whogohost for this 6 gig. Here is 20 gig, while here is 6 gig. And this is just 2 add-ons. You are licensed to just 2 domains, while this one you are licensed to 3 domains, right? So why this? You'll be paying about 12,000 naira per year. So this is 12 gig. This 12 gig is not still up to what the other one is. So this one will be this one is 3 add-ons. So once you calculate 12 times 1,005, you'll know the difference. So that is just that for it. So okay. So let's quickly go through the process of getting a domain and a hosting space. What if I want to go with this, right? I'll click on get started. So it will ask you to connect, sorry, it will ask you to connect, it will ask you to connect a domain name. So if you are just starting, you click on this new domain name. But if you have gotten a domain name, you can click on existing domain, right? If you have a domain name already, just click on existing domain. It will ask you to type in the domain you have in here, right? Now you can buy your domain name from this Google host and connect it to link it with Namecheap. I'm going to show you that very soon. Now, let's go with the new domain. So I'm not buying any domain name and hosting space. So I'm just trying to take it through. Let's go with the peterfellis.uk. Now, there are so many free domain names you can also get from this part. We have peterfellis.com is free. The first year is free. The first year is free. All this the first year free. First year free. Peter Fellis online, they're free. Peter Fellis.site free. Peter Fellis.press, Peter Fellis.store, they are free. But don't just look at, no, they are all free. Don't look at that. Look at the renewal. Yes, the next year you are renewing at $34.98. So also put that into consideration. Peter Fellis.agency, you are renewing at 24 point. So there are so many free domains here that you can go with, right? So many free domains that you can go with. So let's go with any of them. Let's go with perfectfellis.website. Then the next thing, what are we going to do next is connect to hosting. So this peterfellis.website is now your primary hosting, it's now your primary domain. So the other two domains for other clients will now come in as add-ons, right? So connect to, once you connect it, it's now 23.06. You're saying it's free, but you're paying for the icon fee, which is 0.18. All right. So let's look at to cart. Please, you can use this process for other domain and hosting space provider. So click on confirm your order. Okay, let me quickly log in. You can still find way to create an account here. So you put in your username, your password, your confirm, and all that. So to buy your domain and hosting space, there's a link below this description. You can get your link to get half of the price of the domain. So once you click on that link, you will get half of the price of whatever you're buying. So okay. So this part, the payments method is very important, very, very important. If you're in Nigeria, you cannot buy domain and hosting space with your MasterCard. So I will encourage you to open Shipper account. With Shipper account, you can pay in dollar and all that. So you can also open gray.co. But if you need help with any of this, I think I have a video concerning Gray.co, how you can open your Gray.co account and all that. I think I've done a video. Just check the YouTube channel, you'll see it. Okay, so this is just it for it. So the next thing, I'll click on Pay Now. Once you click on Pay Now, it will be deducted from your money and to show you successful. So after paying for your domain name and hosting space, what next? Automatically, you will receive a mail containing your details, your hosting space details. Now, what is your cPanel details? What is cPanel? So let's type thejourneybegins.com.ng /cPanel. This is how to go through your cPanel. /cPanel is loading. So it will now ask you to input your username. Remember, um, the hosting provider will send you your username and password. So once you click on login, you will log in automatically, right? Okay, so let me quickly go back to my dashboard. I'm not buying domain name and hosting space. So this is, once you have gotten your domain name and hosting space, this is your Namecheap dashboard. This is not your cPanel. This is your Namecheap dashboard, putting a summary of the list of, so let's go down to my list of domains I have here. So this expired April 23, yes to renew. This will expire by tomorrow, May 3rd. So we have the friends. This will expire by June 2025. Wow, that is long. Did I pay for 2 years? Oh, I think I paid for 2 years for this. Interest. 2025. So this will expire 2024, 2023, this year, June. So we have the friends, this thing that will expire pretty soon, pretty soon, pretty soon. This will expire by May 7th. Yes. Okay, so this is the hosting space. Yes, this is the hosting account. This will expire by May 3rd, May, June, September. So I have 3 large hosting space here. Now, let's go back to the my domain list. Let's quickly look at the meaning of DNS. Now, what if let me check all my products. Let's go down to all products, so I'll show you other um, domains here. And also let me go down to my dashboard here and show you how to connect DNS. If you buy your domain from these guys here, Google Host, let's go down to my domain. Okay, I have to migrate some of my domain from this parts to Namecheap. So, but I have about 1 or 2 domain here. I have .com, .ng, the journey begins.com.ng. So I had to buy my domain here, then link it with my um Namecheap's hosting account. Okay, right, load. Okay, yeah, some of the domains we have. I think some of them are expired. Why some of them I have to move to Namecheap. Okay, we have favormode.com.ng. So this is still active, while others have transferred to other domain. So other hosting domain provider. So let me check for the journey begins. So this is the journey begins. So once you buy from here, how will you connect to your other provider? You just come down to manage domain. Okay. So once you are here, how do you connect, right? We have auto renew, we have name server. Now you have, before you connect, you have to unlock your domain, right? Then we have the get app code. So just try to unlock. The status is up. So you have to unlock it from this pass. After unlocking, then you come down to your app code to get your app code. Because before you transfer any domain, this is the app code. But now I'm not, if you want to transfer a domain from Google host to Namecheap, you have to use your app code. I transferred recently from Bluehost to Namecheap. So before you transfer, they will ask for the app code, right? So this is the app code you will use, and you have to unlock your domain. So we are not doing transfer now. All we are doing is the name server. So name server is also known as DNS. So most times they will ask you for DNS1, DNS2. So currently, the name server one is dns1.namecheaphosting.com. So DNS, I'm using a custom hosting. The default, once you click on default name server, it means you're pointing it to Google host. If you are using custom server, you have to copy the name server of the hosting provider you want to link your domain to. So you have to use DNS1. You can browse this online, Namecheap name server. You can chat with your customer care to send you their name server. So DNS1.namecheaphosting.com, DNS2.namecheaphosting.com. So once you have done this, you are good to go, right? You now come down to your account. So once you have done the DNS issue, what if you want to link your domain from Namecheap to a different hosting provider? You still repeat the same process. You go down to any of the domain, you click on manage, right? Once you click on manage, you come down to advanced DNS. The other one said name server. So you have to know that DNS and name server, they are all saying the same word. So for this, I'm using the normal standard name servers. So if you want to use custom server, you have to click on custom server. Once you click on custom server, it will ask you to host the hosting provider here and all that. But that is not what we are doing now. So if you get your hosting space, you have to come down to your hosting list. It will appear here, your hosting space. Now we have this part which is showing go to cPanel, right? You can also see it here, go to cPanel. The other way you can access your cPanel is by typing the name of the domain you bought /cPanel. thejourneybegins.com/cPanel. And this must be the primary domain you connect to. Now for this, how will you know your primary domain? Threshinghouse.org is a primary domain. rafshegundada.com is primary domain. Monument911photography.com is a primary domain. So the primary domain will show you. Add-on domain will not show you. So you have to type and input your your username and password. Once you buy your hosting space, it will be sent to you automatically. That is it. So let's try and see if we can go down to our cPanel, if this will work. Most times, network issue and all that might not allow the cPanel to open. Okay, the cPanel is up. Now, this is our cPanel. Yes, this is our cPanel. From this cPanel, you can create your customized email. To create your customized email, how do I mean by customized email? Like a company email, info@thejourneybegins.com, customer care@thejourneybegins.com, and all that. So I'm going to show you how to create a customized email now. We might not install WordPress in this video. We might do it in our next class. So this is subcirculars. All these are this is SSL. Now SSL simply means this is a key. Once your sites don't have SSL, which is this key, it will be showing that SSL is missing, right? SSL, you have to connect. Most time I chat up with Namecheap customer care to connect my SSL. Then we have different stuffs here. I might not be able to explain all this. Auto backup, your domain provider, your hosting space provider might do the auto backup for you. Then we have different softwares you can use to build websites. Joomla, WordPress. This is a WordPress icon, Joomla, Abanescat, and all that. So we have the file manager. The file manager is where all your domain is and all where the files are of different websites you have here. Now we have the email, then we have, let's go down to the domains. All these are the domains. We have just one primary domain here. Then we have add-ons. Let's look at the different add-ons we have with this. So I told you that most sites contain two add-ons, the primary domain, and we have different ones here, right? We have different stuffs here. Hope you're getting them. We have different ones. So let me go back. So to add a new add-on, you just type the name .com, then click on add as add-on. Now, before you add as add-on, you must have connect it to, now, if I want to add the journey begins, if I buy my domain from these people, which is the journey begins, you might have done your name server stuff. You might have point it to this hosting account by doing this name server before these add-ons will work. Now, if you don't do that, the add-ons will not work. Now, if you buy your domain with Namecheap and you want to add it as an add-on, you don't have to do much. All you just need to do is to come down to your domain list. From the domain list, you just go down to the manage, then go down to name server. Under this part, name server, just use, this is an add-on, just use a Namecheap web hosting. We have Namecheap basic. This is the one you will use if you're using a shared hosting account, Namecheap web hosting DNS. This is the one you will use, right? If you're using a custom, you click on custom DNS to ask you for the name server 1 and name server 2, but that is not what we are doing currently. Okay, hope you're getting all this. So once you click on add-on, it will be added automatically as an add-on. So we also have what we refer to as subdomain. Now, what is subdomains? You can create as much as possible subdomain of your choice. Subdomain is free. You don't have to pay for subdomain. Subdomain is something like, let's say peterfelis.com is the main domain. You can create a subdomain under peterfelis.com. It can be buy.peterfelis.com, right? It can be blog.peterfelis.com. So to get that, you click on subdomain, you type the name of the subdomain, Peter, then under here, you choose we have different domains here. You pick the domain you want to use as a subdomain, right? Let's say this, then you click, it's now showing peter.ckwhiteinterior.com. Then all you just need to do is to click on create. Once you create, that is how to create a subdomain account. Now, let me quickly show you how to create an email address. Then I will stop here. Then we'll meet in our next class. So under this part, we have email forward. I won't be able to explain all this for now. You can check that out. But the most important thing in all of this is email account. Once I click on email account, we have, I think I have different emails here. We have info@use, info@mzl. We have different email account here. So to create your email account, all you need to do is to click on create email account. Now, as we ask you, this part is very important since you have so many domains here. So it's showing the default domain. Now, it will ask you to pick the domain you want to use. Let's say Abraham, you now use the username. Is it customer at abrahamhonorable.com? Is it info at abrahamhonorable.com? Now you have to set in your password. Your password must be strong. Now the password is very strong. All you need to do now is click on create. Now, once you have created, how do you check your email? How do you check your email? Now, to check your cPanel, I said you type in the name of the domain /cPanel. Now, you also have to repeat same thing, name of the domain /webmail. Once you've created your mail, you can check it through your cPanel, but if you're creating for clients, this is what you give them, the name of theirs. You type in hello@thejourneybegin.com, then you type in the password, right? Now, most times it will, once you have done that, it will bring out these two options. We have this, you can use this to check your mail, you can also use this to check your mail. Just click on this. It will take you to your mailbox. So these are most of the mails I have here. So this is my mailbox. You can also check your sent mail. You can compose your mail from this part. Click on compose to write a new mail, right? So this is just it. What you're writing to, you just type the address, type the stuff you want to type. You can also attach your image here. No, sorry. Okay, you can also attach a file here. The highest file you can attach is 50 megabytes of file. So you can attach a file here. So that is just that for email address. So in our next class, I'm going to show you guys how to install WordPress. So from that, you will not be able to, I'll show you how to install WordPress, some stuffs in WordPress and all that. So this is all these other stuffs in I've explained the most important things here. So if you have any questions, you can drop in the comment section of this video. I'm going to explain more. So thanks so much for your time.